plastic, some of it, and so we should see some sweet corn locally here in the next 10 days, 2 weeks.
I mean, I saw it over at the local supermarket. $5 a dozen? I remember you used to get sweet corn for 50 cents a dozen. What's going on? This is just a few years ago.
Well, the price of nitrogen fertilizer that we were talked about earlier, $500 a ton. That's what I paid to put on my crops this spring.
Yeah, everything's going crazy. Benaki.
And that's not the county's fault, though.
That's Benanke's fault. He said he's the one who controls the economy,
Well,
and he's telling you there is no inflation.
Well, and you mentioned oil. That's the price of oil for putting on our roads. I mean, we go out with these local municipalities and work together.
Yeah.
These townships and the county, and we really tried to think out of the box. And so, I appreciate any feedback you can give me.
So you're boxed in, though. What are you going to do?
Well, yeah, you got to pay the bill. I mean, that's just, we're boxed in like everybody else is.
Like Mississippi, no, Minnesota, they just declared bankruptcy, essentially.
Well,
so we can't pay our bills anymore. That's
right.
it.
Would you want to be in Joplin, Missouri with a tornado? Would you want to be along,
Yeah, if I'm going to go bankrupt, I'd like to be in Chautauqua County anyway.
Yeah, I still do too. It's a pretty nice place to live.
Though we may go bankrupt too, just
and
like
we have
everybody
some
else.
Good people here.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are retiring up here. They're coming
Certainly.
back, yeah.
But a lot of those are retiring, and they do have money, where you and I lived our life without having money.
Yeah. We got a phone call. You want to take
That's
another
good.
call?
We'll take another phone call.
Okay, good morning, caller. Thank you for waiting.
Good morning.
What's up?
I listened to the last caller, and it's got me thinking. Question for Mr. Crosscut. If you had an opportunity to have a 5-year plan, what would Chautauqua County look like in 5 years?
Well, I tell you, that sounds like John Hamels, but he's not calling for the room, is he? But
He wouldn't do that.
He brings that up, and we have a planning board, which Mr. Hamels is on. That's why I thought maybe it was him. And they go through all the different requests for all the different capital projects in this county. And in August, we sit down as a legislative group with the county executive and the finance director and the minority and the majority leaders. And we decide, based on their recommendations, what the 5-year plan is going to look like. And they help us with that. So that 5-year plan may include work with the airport. They go through and prioritize things. They may work with stuff at our buildings. It may be a new radio system, which has been some discussion. But right now, we need state or federal funding to do a new radio system. But that 5-year plan, we do have 5-year plans, and we do go out and we plan. But we have so little money now left in the capital projects fund that we really have to go through and scrutinize them, that 5-year plan, with the help of the planning board. But to look out 5 years, looking back 5 years, if we could have had the sales tax money that we had, we would still be able to fund these programs, but we would have higher sales tax. I foresee the sales tax eventually going up or being something that are levied here in Chautauqua County up to maybe 8%. I think the state's considering that. Will New York State ever take over Medicaid or Medicare? Probably not.
We're the only other state, there are 2 states
Right.
that charge the local people for
Right.
half the state's
Right.
contribution to Medicare.
Right. And the other thing is,
Medicaid.
with this new tax cap, will the counties as a whole in New York State come out and fight New York State? I don't know. I think as counties decide that they've got this tax cap to deal with, it may sound nice in Albany, and I'm not criticizing Assembly Goodell or Senator Young. They work very hard for our area. But as a whole, is that tax cap really going to work?
It sounds like a laugh anyway, because as you say, if you get over a certain percentage of your legislatures to vote, you can raise it indefinitely, you can do it.
Yes, true.
So the tax doesn't mean anything.
But you mentioned mandate relief is what you're touching on here. What kind of help did we get through the Medicaid this year with rolling back things? Now, Senator Young told me that there was $270 million worth of mandate relief out there. They only are able to get past $120 million of it. So that all enters into the 5-year plan, caller. I appreciate it, but we do take that very seriously as far as capital projects and what we have to spend.
Okay.
And,
well, thank you, caller. Send me a stamped envelope. I'll give you some $5 off over at the Lakeview. Greg, how does he fit into this? He at one point threatened to cut everything, but now what's he saying?
The governor?
Yeah, no, Greg, the county executive.
Well, he's every week he meets with someone else. I know he met with the sheriff last week. I don't know what he told him, but see, he is going through and consolidating every department and cutting back people or not replacing them, but he possibly can. I really think we have one of the most efficient county-run governments at the present time that we've had in years. I really sincerely mean that. We have a lot of good, hard-working county employees. I don't think we have much fluff around there, but we've got to continue to think out of the box.
Fluff and stuff. Okay, we got a couple of calls.
Good.
You want to squeeze them in here?
Squeeze them in. We got 8
Okay,
minutes.
good morning, caller. Thank you for waiting.
Good morning, Reed. How are you?
Fine.
I just wanted to let everyone know that today only, well, actually, the event is going on today and tomorrow. The Ferry Bicentennial for the Bemis Point Stowe Ferry.
Which is a big deal, I might add.
Yeah, they had Greg Edwards and Kathy Young and Andy Goodell all down there at the ferry yesterday for the dedication. But tonight only, at the floating stage, there will be, I think it's Mark Twain, some impersonator is Mark Twain.
The guy from Channel 4, right? Yeah.
And a few other people are putting on a free show down there.
What time is this? What time?
7:30 p.m. tonight.
And where?
It's at the floating stage in Bemis Point, New York.
Okay.
And then followed by that, they're going to actually be shooting fireworks off of the ferry.
Terrific. And where's, I know one of the guys who helps us out here at the station is Randy Burt. And I know
He's the chair. He's down there right now making sure everything's running as it's supposed to.
Yeah, he's doing the job, and what a job it is. And he also runs the ferry. He's captain on the ferry.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to let everyone know that they can come down. There's events going on all day today. There's a classic car cruising today. Tomorrow's a motorcycle cruising.
This is on the 9th and the 10th
Right.
of July.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you, caller.
You're welcome,
And
Reed.
if I can get off from doing hot dogs at the ox roast, I'll drop in. But I think I'm
know.
going to be tied up.
I know I was planning on attending
Yeah,
the one yesterday morning and this evening, and my wife wanted and I wanted to go, but to be very honest with you, we've had about 1,500 bales of hay we're going to bale this afternoon.
Oh, my gosh.
And there's just no way that I'm going to plan to be at the Bemis
You
Point.
still do the old bales, huh?
Oh, yeah, the little square bales.
So
We're
you
putting
got the
them
Amish working with you.
Well, we got the Amish working with me today, and it's quite a few other people. So this is when I leave, I'm going home, and we're going to get that started. But no, the Bemis Point, because I'm on that board also.
Okay, thank you, caller.
Yep.
And madam, send me an envelope. I'll give you some nice stuff. Okay.
And we got one more caller, right?
Uh,
Another 6 minutes?
we have 6 minutes for Linda. She's not on right now. She
Okay.
will be on probably. Linda, where are you? Okay, Fred Crosscut is the chairman of the. You say chairman, don't you?
Chairman, yes, county
You don't
election.
just say chair or chairperson. It's chairman. Right?
Plus, I'm representing District 20, which is the town of Chautauqua and the town of Sherman.
Okay, and you have been there for quite a while. Huh?
I'm be running for re-election here this fall, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Is there anybody going to run against you?
Yeah, I have no idea at this point.
Anybody going to waste their life?
It's up to the people out there. I've enjoyed it, and I'm going to run at least 2 more years, and then maybe my wife may retire, and I may do something different. But I enjoy getting back to my constituents, and I don't have a problem with that. I know Town of Chautauqua board meeting Monday night. I have some information for Jim Kurtz that he requested, and it's just getting information, getting back to people, communicating with people, answering their questions to the best of my ability.
Well, you made a big move when you sold off all the cows.
I did, but you get older, you can't do that.
I'm finished.
Well,
I'm retiring off the big job, you know.
It was a third
now
generation.
You're going to do the little job.
Well, it's a third generation farm, and it does kind of hurt. But as any farmers out there know, you're going to have a farm, you have to have cows on it.
And it's becoming a point where, unless you are Amish and have the family working with you and everything, it's pretty darn hard to do it.
Well, unless you're specifically zeroing in on milking 300-400 cows, and you work that angle, that's the other side
Well,
of
the
it too.
Amish will milk them all because they're not allowed to use electricity.
Well, the Amish bought my farm, and they're going to be milking 59, 60 cows at my farm, and they hope within a year to be all done with electricity, and that's how the Amish do it. They move in, a year later they take out the electricity, they have air in their water pumps, they run them that way, they have diesel engines to run their milker pumps and their milk coolers, and so we'll see how that works. I think they'll get it accomplished.
Be interesting to see. Well, they have some absolutely beautiful farms. They certainly take good care of the earth anyway.
Well, at least knowing that my farm's been sold, why, they'll take good care of that.
Yeah.
And I'll be living right up the road watching over them anyways.
Well, so you said you're building a new house right nearby. What kind of house you putting up?
Well, I think we're probably going to put up a manufactured home.
Okay.
Smaller, with a
Is it
basement.
back-to-back or what?
Oh, it's not, well, it's basically, but they used to call them a double wide.
Double wide.
But to me, they've made vast improvements in these in the last several years. We've looked at several, and that's probably the route we're going to go.
You know, Sears Roebuck used houses. They were pre-manufactured, and they brought them in and build them up, and
Yeah.
my daughter lives in one.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of them around.
And I found out from a neighbor, all these years I've been seeing, there's a Quonset hut next to where we are. Sears made that.
Really?
They sold Quonset huts back during World War II, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You could buy a Quonset hut
Yep.
from them and then put it up, and there's still one over there on Sealand Drive, where I am.
Yeah,
I have a
right.
little trailer that's falling apart, but I'm gonna have to replace it. Well, Fred, we've been on kind of a negative run here. What's a positive side in terms of taxes? What do you think is going to happen that we can depend on without getting skinned alive?
Well, we're going to do our best, but the $18 million hole has me concerned. It has the viewers concerned, but I'm optimistic that we have a pretty good county to live in. We're going to be able to bring in some jobs with the help of the IDA, and people will be able to keep their homes and not have to sell their homes. It certainly hurts to have tax sale auctions. I
The
understand
seniors
that.
are half the tax sales now, you know.
Right, but by the same token, we've got to somehow pay for the services that people came to want in this county.
You know, I just got this awful sound. We're out of here. They're throwing us right off the air.
Well-
I want to give you just a minute on your own to close up.
Well, no, I appreciate coming in. I appreciate your support in the next election. My name is in the book. Please call me. I know that I've heard from several. I've heard from like Arrow Anderson this week on the Bemis Bay Pops money. We didn't get into that discussion at all. But the bed tax funds, I'm enthusiastic about running this fall. I'm enthusiastic about serving my constituency, and I really appreciate being on the program this morning to talk about a few things, and I look forward to coming back and explaining any questions and maybe bring along more information as we proceed into the budget for next year.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to have a budget somehow, and I don't know what Greg is going to do, you know, frankly.
He'll do his best.
Greg Edwards, he's a fall guy, you know.
Yep.
Andy Goodell used to be, and he got out. He's now sitting pretty down there in the legislature.
Well, let's say we're going to look to public safety meeting next week from Monday is going to have a state police there in conjunction with the chiefs. We're just got to think out of the box, and Doug Richmond from Westfield heads up that committee.
Terrific, thank you. Fred Crosscut, giving up a Saturday morning to be with you. And callers, thank you. Last caller did get in. Sorry, it's over. I want to thank Chuck Kelsey. I want to thank Devin Taylor, Chris Bird, Randy Bird, Chris Ramaker, Jeff Zook, Don Zenz, and John Hamels for all your good work here. They're part of our crew. And I want to thank all the callers and people out there. Get out in the sun, dance, have fun. Go to the Ox Roast in Westfield tomorrow, Sunday the 10th, and have a ball. Have an ox. May all that is proud and true and noble abide with you. I'm Reed Powers.